sing.
Dad, I need to find something. Could I connect to internet?
Okay, son.
The IP packet now needs a label containing important information such as sender address, receiver address, and the type of packet it is. Because this particular packet is going out onto the internet, it also gets an address for the proxy server, which has a special function as we'll see later. The packet is now launched onto your local area network or LAN. This network is used to connect all the local computers, routers, printers, for information exchange within the physical walls of the building. The LAN is a pretty controlled place, and unfortunately, accidents can happen.
Internet. The Internet is a public, cooperative, and self-sustaining facility accessible to hundreds of millions of people worldwide. Physically, the Internet uses a partition of the total resources of the currently existing public telecommunication networks. Technically, what distinguishes the Internet is its uses of a set of protocol called TCP/IP for Transmission Control Protocol, Internet Protocol. Two recent adaptations of Internet technology, the Intranet and the Extranet, also make use of the TCP/IP protocol.
Router. The router is a device that forwards data packets along networks. The router is connected to at least two networks, commonly two LANs or WANs or LAN, and its ISPs network. Routers are located at gateways, the place where two or more networks connected, and are the critical device that keeps data flowing between networks and keeps the network connected to the internet. When data is sent between locations on one network or from one network to a second network, the data is always seen and directed to correct location by the router. They accomplish this by using headers and forwarding tables to determine the best path for forwarding the data packets, and they use protocols such as ICMP to communicate with each other and configure the best route between any two hosts. When data is sent between locations on one network or from one network to a second network, the data is always seen and directed to correct location by the router. They accomplish this by using headers and forwarding tables to determine the best path for forwarding the data packets, and they use protocols such as ICMP to communicate with each other and configure the best route between any two hosts.
Switch. A network switch is a small hardware device that joins multiple computers together within one local area network, or LAN. Technically, network switches operate at layer 2 of the OSI model. Unlike hoops, network switches are capable of spending data packets as they are received, determining the source and destination device of each packet, and forwarding them appropriately. Different models of network switches support different numbers of connected devices. Most consumer-grade network switches provide either 4 or 8 connections for Ethernet devices. Switches can be connected to each other, a so-called daisy chaining method, to add progressively large number of devices to a LAN.
For many internet users, electronic mail, email, has practically replaced the postal service for short-written transactions. Electronic mail is the most widely used application on the net.
Firewall. The term firewall originally meant, and still means, a fireproof wall intended to prevent the spread of fire from one room or area of a building to another. The internet is a volatile and unsafe environment when viewed from a computer security perspective. Therefore, firewall is an excellent metaphor for network security.
The proxy. The proxy is a server that sits between a client application, such as a web browser, and a real server. It intercepts all requests to the real server to see if it can fulfill the request itself. If not, it forwards the request to the real server. Proxy servers have two main purposes: improve performance. Proxy servers can dramatically improve performance for groups of users. This is because it saves the result of all requests for a certain amount of time. Consider the case where both users X and user Y access the World Wide Web through a proxy server. Something later, user Y requests the same page. The major online services such as American Online, MSN, and Yahoo, for example, employ an array of proxy servers. Filter requests. Proxy servers can also be used to filter requests. For example, a company might use a proxy server to prevent its employees from accessing a specific set of websites. User Y requests the same page. The major online services such as American Online, MSN, and Yahoo, for example, employ an array of proxy servers. Filter requests. Proxy servers can also be used to filter requests. For example, a company might use a proxy server to prevent its employees from accessing a specific set of websites.
After the packets pass through the proxy and a bunch of routers, it arrives in its destiny, making the request and getting the information required. One more time, a lot of packets are mated and sent back to the hosts.
sirve o qué? No, estuvo buena, güey. Podemos.
Algo.
Otra cosa, ¿no?
Antes de la grabación. Estamos aquí en...
Ya. Podemos.
Algo.